Right, everybody, welcome. Uh, Today's class is going to show you exactly what I said, and I'm going to show you how you can calculate PIPS rightly on gold pair. Calculation of gold PIPS is different, totally different from how you do other pairs. They have because gold pair is a volatile pair, very different that you don't know. Do you know that if you use 10 pips on regular pairs like USD, GBPUSD, or other cost pairs, you have automatically used what 100 pips on gold? Do you know that? Also, do you know that if you use 220 pips on regular pairs, you have automatically used what 200 pips on gold? So these are the criteria and factors that you must consider, you must know, and knows how to calculate this pips. That's why you see yourself within 1 minute, God has given you $100, $10, crazy dollars. You have made about 100K within just a second. Most of the what the pips is crazy. The movement is mad. Am I talking to someone? The movement is mad. It moves in 10 pips, not just one pip, 10 pips. So the movement is mad. One pip alone. So I will show you everything. I will break it down so you can understand how gold moves. Am I talking to someone? So let's dive into it and let's go. Today's class is what? How to calculate pips on gold. Good. So first of all, let me break it down. See if you don't know anything. Let's break it down entirely. What is pipette and what is pips? Now, pipette is what? Pipette depicts I put it as it depicts the fractional of a pip and has a value around 1 to 10. Right? This is what it say. As it is a byproduct of pip. Or will I say is a or will let me break it down for you. Or will I say is a fraction or will I say is a sum to pip is what made up a pip. That's the word. That's just the simple word I can put it. Pipette is what made up a pip. That's what it can. So, for example, you will say, how do I explain? What do I explain? How do I explain? It is a girl. A girl makes a girl's grown up to become a lady, right? And a lady grown up to become a woman. It is a woman that give birth, and a lady that give birth. Am I talking? Exactly. A boy grown up to become a man. Then of course he becomes a responsibility man. Am I talking? So he becomes a responsible man, and of course he starts his production and everything like that. So that's why it mixed. So it is just about what it is just about a fraction of pips. Good. Why pip itself is what? Let's go into definition. I put it as what? A pip is what? Is a unit of measurement to describe the moves or change in value between two currencies. Good. I put this as what? It's just a movement that defined what the differences between this currency and this currency. For example, now, um, we have $1, $2. What's the difference between them is just $1. That is what we call pips. For example, again, $10 and $5. What is the difference between these two, 5 and 10 is what? Five. So what moves in between two of them is what? The pip, the action that happens in each other is just five difference. That's what pip means. The differences between what moves year to year, either upward or downward. That's what we call pips. Just a movement of what move from two currencies that changes from year to the other. Am I talking to someone? Do you understand that? I think that's basic enough. So let's go into the next one. Awesome. So this is where you have to get insight about everything entirely. I put it there as what illustration of a pipette under gold. Good. Illustration of a pipette under gold. And then I wanted to do okay, I'll give you what the differences. Did I do it here? I don't think this presentation has it so maybe I'll explain it to you. Don't worry, I'll explain that. I should have put it there. I forgot to. I'll explain that for you guys. I'll explain that. So no problem. There's something I just remember now. I wanted to put it in the presentation, but it skipped my mind. But I'll explain that for you guys. Just follow me through. I'll explain that for you guys. So now let's go. Now you can see, guys. You can see that I explained about pipette. Don't forget that pipette is what a fraction of pip. I told you guys it's what's made up of pip, right? Good. So pipette. Now, how to calculate pipette is what you can see that when dollar is around gold is around 3350 70. Pipette move is what the last two digits, not after the dot, after the decimal is what the last one is what pipette 71. That's the pipette. That is what a pipette on gold. The next one is what 72. It moves from 72 to what? 73. That is the pipette. That's one. That is sit down. The next one is what? 74. That pipette, one differences of this last, can you see this one to this one is what we call pipette. Am I talking, guys? Are we following? Is what we call pipette. It's moving like that. So differences. One, the last number. After no, you go to have 4 digits. After the four, you go to have dot. Then you have two. The last number and between that two is what we call pipette. Those that's what we call pipette. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those last digits are what we call pipette. So it moves in what? Zero, $1 rise in one pipette. So I hope that is understood. Let's go to the next one, guys. Don't worry, you understand. I actually break it down. You understand? Don't worry. Illustration of a pipette under gold as well. Now, I told us earlier that pipette is a function of pip. Don't forget that it's made up of pip. Now it now requires what 10 pipette to make one pip. For example, now it requires what 10 players to make one Messi. Can you get that? 10 players. For example, let me say it requires 10 Chelsea players to make up what one Ronaldo. 10 Arsenal players to make what of one Messi. Am I talking? So that's exactly what it means. So 10 pipettes to make up one pip on that is what? On that good. Not on regular. I will also just explain the regular pair for you and cross exotic pairs as well. So you can balance it up and understand. Because that one are simple, oftentimes you mix them together with gold. And that's why you just mix all your money and you don't realize what you're mixing and you just find yourself blowing account. Boom! I can't violating this one. Boom! Doing this. Boom! You don't know the calculations. You don't know the risk factor behind gold. It's different from every other pair entirely. So today you get insight into it. Just follow me through and you'll be able to understand perfectly well. That being said, you're just watching this video for the very first time, I want to urge you, please subscribe to our channel. And of course, you can join our community. We have the link in my bio and also in this description, so we can get access to daily signals, awesome signals every blessed day, and of course, a lot of trainings, perks, and education that we do on our community. Thank you so much for doing that. So let's proceed, guys. So 10 people to communicate to one peak. Good. So you can see now that we are no longer on. You can see that. You can see now. Oh, this should be this okay, this should be let me edit. This should be 10. Okay, this should be 10. This should be sorry guys. That was a miss. This should be 20. Can you see now? This should be 20. Can you see now guys? Uh okay. Okay. That's just the explanation actually anyway. I'm just explaining this one. Step them make us a pips. Also that's the are still pipette actually, not a pip actually, sorry. They are still pipette. All these are still pipette, not a pip yet. So just the one I explained the other time, these are still the same thing. So let's go into what to make a pips now. These are still the same thing. 10 pipette make up a pip. So all these ones are still pipette. One pipette, two pipette, three pipette, four pipette. So let's go to the next pipette now. Go to the next pips actually. Let's go into it. You can see now. Same thing. This one make us a pip, two make us one pipette, three makes us four pipette, make us five pipette, make us five pipette, six. Well, whenever we stopped here, we become what 10. When guys become 10, it becomes what a pip. Can you see? This is what I want to say. It becomes what a pip. On the section of a pipette on that good, it becomes what a pips. That's the explanation. Do you understand, guys? Don't be confused. The last digit are what pipette. The last one are what pipette. Once it becomes 10, it becomes what one pip. Don't forget I said what? Pipette, 10 pipettes makes up a pip. For example, 10 Chelsea players. Kada Lukaku, I said what's his name? Nicholas and the likes get out together. Palmer, all of them, get out together. They make us what? One Messi. That's what it means. And then 10 Man players make out of what? One Ronaldo. So am I talking someone? So that's exactly what you can understand. So that is for that. Let's go to the next one. Aha. Good now. Now, no, since we understand that father, 10 pipettes make one pip. Now, if now have 20, it makes what of two pips. That is what the last two digits after the decimal point on gold. Don't forget, this we are dealing with gold, guys, not on regular pairs or exotic pairs. Now, if you have that digit as 30 again, we have what it becomes 3 pips. As 40 again, it becomes 4 pips. As 50 it becomes 5 pips. As 60 don't forget what is the digit after the point, so not before the point. Please, guys. So by the time you're doing your own, you can looking at your chart or your listing, don't make the mistake thinking it is before the decimal. No, it is after the decimal. I will also taught you. I'll teach you how you can do what is meant to be before the decimal too. So this one is what after. That is what it becomes of 6 pips. 70 after the decimal it becomes of 7 pips. 80 becomes of what? Why would I get to what the last one? Once it begins to move, once this 3351 begins to move in 3350 begins to turn to 3351, 3352, you are now what? Is now what 10 pips. Can you see now? It now become 10 pips. Whereas all these ones are still what? This one 909 pips, 808 pips. It's not 80 pips, so 8 pips. Once this dime become one here, then it becomes what 10 pips. Don't let me come back again. Don't forget what 10 pip pet makes 1 pip. Don't get it twisted, guys. 1 pip now, why 1 pips is equals to 10 people. These are still pipet oh. You know these are pipet because of what 1 pip. So now this one 20 pipet oh, 30 pipet, 40 pipet, 50 pipet, 60 pipet, 70 pipet, 80 pipet, 90 pipet. You must don't forget that we have to say that 10 pipet make 1 pip. So that is why this one becomes 9 pips. And then this is now what 13351, which becomes for 10 pips. That is to say that when gold moves in what 3351, 3352, it is 10 10 10. And that's why I said it earlier that gold moves in 10 10. I repeat, that is 335. For example, 2001, that is 10. 2002, that is what 20 pips on gold. 2003, that is what 30 pips on gold. Whereas on other, I will still tell you that one. Let me not consider it. 2004, that's what 40 pips. 50 pips. That's it's 10 10, not 1 pips. Whereas on regular pairs or exotic pairs, it's 1 pip. So that's why gold is so volatile and so crazy in its movement. We will be using 10 pips, taking you are using 10 pips. We have used 100 pips as a stop loss. Some people using 20 pips. You have used was 200 pips as stop loss. Some people using 50 pips. As we have used was 500, imagine 500 pips as stop loss, and you expect the account not to blow. You are trading a $20 account or $10 account on a gold, or $10 account on gold. You to blow up, except you want to flip that account. Because whenever you are flipping, I told you guys that you should always have the mind, I'm ready to blow this account. Don't forget. That is the idea. If you have listened to our videos, you should have get insight into that. So you know how to blow, how not to blow accounts, and when to trade conservatively and when to trade aggressively. Do you understand this, guy? If you don't understand, please put your comment section or what you understood in the description, in the comments, so I can address it, or any of our comments, any of our support can address that. So that is for that. Let's move to the next one, guys. I hope you understood that. Good now. Now, do not forget that one is I say star, but one but is also pips. It's equals to what 10 pips. Just like what I explained the other time. That whenever you see what 2001, 2002, 2003, they are each one they are 10 pip each. Remember, we are no longer on pipet again. Do you remember? Is this one is pipet? When this is this one everything around the year last year this last year pipet. When this pipet become this when this one become 10, 20, 30, it becomes a 1 pip, 2 pip. Are you talking? They becomes 1 2 pip here because of what they are what because 10 pipet makes 1 pip. Now we are no longer dealing with what pipet again. These are not pipet now. These are what instance now talks to what pip. That's why I said note zero star 1 is equals to what 10 pips. Now this is where we are talking now. Can you see now? 335 51. 351 is equals to what 10 pips. Now when we move to 352, remember I'm saying that before the decimal, the last line that changes in one figure is what makes 10 pips on gold. That's why I said 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, you have each 10 that moves. Don't forget. Good. If you don't understand this video, you can watch it over again. By the time you watch it twice and twice, you understood. Am I talking to someone? Thank you so much, guys. So let's go. So 3352, 3353, 30 pips, 3354, 40 pips. Whereas, if you are to be seeing this on every regular pair, let me clear that. The differences between gold and this one is that every regular pair, this baby here, this 3351, every regular pair is just 1 pip. Yes, sir. This next one too here, every 5352 just for 2 pips. But gold is crazy. It's not their father. You see, not their papa. Now their egbon. Am I talking to someone? Gold is their brother. Gold is their brother. It's not. It's far away from them. Now it moves to 10 pips. This is what people don't understand. That's why if you are risking 10 pips on normal pay, you're losing on 100 on gold. That is crazy. Your account can be wiped up. If you don't have account, if you want to trade your market, you want to trade your account conservatively, and you're using 100, 200, 500, you are cool. That's why you just see that gold blows your account off. Gold just blow your account away. You just send it back to the village. That is exactly what it is. At the same time, gold can give you crazy money. Just give you blood money again. That is good for you. And I've taught you how you can why you should trade gold. Those who are meant to trade gold and how to approach gold. I've taught you. Look at our video below and know how to do that, guys. Thank you so much. So the next one is this 554 50 pips, 555 40 pips for 50 pips, and the likes like that until it changes to what 60. Can you see now? It becomes of 100 pips. Do you understand? That's exactly how it is. It becomes what 100 pips. This 100 pips now on an automatic, the difference between that's what I want to put now. I forgot to put it there. The difference between this and regular pay is the illustration I forgot to do. I didn't put it there now. Let me show you. Let me show you an example. The difference between this now and regular pairs is just all this figure. Remember that regular pairs doesn't have this come. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let me show you. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let me quickly show you. Let's go there. Regular pay does not come in that figure as gold like 3350.00, not like that, right? It comes in either 1.0 something something, that's all, or 2 dot something dot zero, then the 4 digits. Am I talking? Regular pairs always have, can you see now? These are regular pairs. It always have what? Can you see them now? These are regular pairs. Can you see? They always have 1 dot something. That is why their own, this last digit number is their own pipette. This one digit, this next one is their own pip now. Can you see? Whereas this their own pip is still pipette on good. Because it was, if you have 40 here, you just have 44 pips on gold. Good, that is it. Now let's now see now. Let me tell you. Let me show you the difference now. This is GBPJPY. Everybody can resonate with this pair now. This is it now. Now let me take my pair. Now pi is on where? One pi is on 1 dot what? 3 pi is on 1 dot what? 4 8 2, and then 348. That this is the phone number we actually need for every normal pair and exotic, right? The last one is just pipette, which is not significant for normal pair like this. Good. Now, whenever this one moves, whenever this one turns to what? Whenever it turns to what? 1.3. Whenever it turns to what? 1 3 4 8 and 3, it becomes what? 1 pips. Am I talking? Then whenever it moves to 10, it becomes, whenever it turns to what? 1.3 4 and what? This is 82. It becomes what? 92. It can move to 92. That is about 10 pips. Am I right? This baby here, I come 10 pips here, is not 10 pips on gold though. It's my dear 100 pips. By the calculation I just taught you. Do you understand? Yeah, it's 100 pips. So that's the difference between what? Gold and normal pairs. Gold, this volume that moves here, we calculate it as pips on normal pairs. And whenever it turns to here, that's it. But on gold, this one here is still pipette. The two are pipette that makes one, that makes 1, 2, 3 pips. Then whenever it becomes 3, it now makes what? 10 on its own. It's not makes so I can see now that's the difference. There's a lot of difference between them. Do you understand? Yeah. So if you don't understand, just watch this video all over again. If you watch it twice and twice, you will definitely understand. Am I talking to someone? You definitely do. So that's exactly the difference between what? Gold and normal pairs. All these pairs moves in what? Now, for example, I want to take this pair, I want to take this market now. Okay, let me say I want to trade this market now. Let me just trade this. Can you see now? This market from I want to enter my market from here 3350, and I'm putting my stop loss here to 33358. That's what 30 pips, right? That's 30 pips, right? That 30 pips is not 30 pips on gold though. Because it's what? Because it moving just from 3350. This yeah, I see here. Yeah, 335. That is 50 to 80. That's 30 now. 30 80 and 50 is 30. But on gold is what? 300. Let's go back, guys. Let's go back, guys. So Let's go back. Let's go back, guys. Let's go back. Let's go back. So on gold is what is 300 on gold. On gold is 300 on gold, automatically 300 on gold. So that's the difference that I need to highlight. I didn't put that presentation, which I intended to put there. It's so painful. I forgot. I didn't put the difference. So if I put the difference, we probably would have understood. That's why I have to go back to go and show you guys typically how you can see that. So there is difference, a lot of difference in gold and other pairs. So let me also show you the calculation for the last time so we can understood. So I also said it that stop loss, for example, when you have an entry here, it's 3358, and then you put your stop loss as 5, which is very, it will be very, very small. It is on good. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Let's quickly do it. So you can understand. Let's quickly do it. Let's part this out very fast. Let's part this out. Price is on what? I want to sell. I want to sell. Price is what? 33. This is 3358. Yeah, this is it. 3358. And then I want to put it to 335. I want to say, okay, I want to buy rather, sorry, and then I say in a buy market rather. It's a buy market. I put it there. The illustration says in a buy market. Okay, go, want to buy. We are entering at what? 33358. I want to lose 335353. Can you see? Can you see? This small baby, yeah, let's use 50 pips. That's 50 pips. Can you see how small it is? So imagine, tell me now, won't market, yeah, take you out? Take you out! Take you out! But whereas this baby, this 50 pips is large, is much on what on regular pair. That's why I advise people that if you're a beginner, do not near gold. Don't near gold first. Go and master what I teach there. We have a tutorial on why you should not trade good as a beginner yet. Then when you should start trading good, the things you should need to know and you should not need to you should need to get into inside the game and when you should not make and start trading gold. I'm not talking guys. So that's exactly how it goes, guys. So let's go back to our class. So that is it, guys. So that is exactly how it works. So that's exactly how it works. So you see yourself blowing account because of such. That is not it. Because that 50 pips that you have just if it's on normal pair, you have access to what market will still play around that time and you will take you out. Am I talking to somebody? So that is it exactly, guys. So that is the last pair, and then you just hit 50 pips, and then you are having an entry here. You're targeting what stop loss of what stop loss. When market get to what 68, you just use what 100, you just make 100 pips. That is it. So overall, note something that let me just summarize. Overall, is that anytime market moves, count your market from before this dot. Whenever you see these changes, for whenever this 8 in a summary, so as not to give yourself many brainstorming and just tell yourself, you don't have any issue with pipette. Just know that anything that changes from what 3358, this 8 once you turn to 9, it is 10. That is it. Do not assume it is one. It is not one pip. It is one pip on what? On regular pair. But it's never one pip on gold. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, put it in the comment section. And of course, ask a question. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our channel. Thank you so much and peace out, guys. Love you.